the topic that I'd like to share today is how culture drives diversity. The real reason that we have strong diversity at Yum is because of the culture. So I think it could be quite interesting, and then it could be applicable to your work as well. Okay, so a little bit about me in this job. I joined Yum about 15 years ago. I started as marketing of the KFC brand and then Pizza Hut brand. And over the years, I have moved around the company. Whenever they don't have functional leaders, I raise my hand up. Operations, okay, I can do. Food innovation, I can do. Quality assurance, I can do. But I'm not the expert in those areas, so I was just getting by. But the fact that I raised my hand up kind of like got me the attention of people above, right? That you can rely on, boom, to take it through if you have problem. And then I got promoted to the general manager position at KFC in May 2013. And I think it's a really good time because I felt I have a lot of power then to do many things about this. Yeah, and I'm very proud to say that I'm the first woman GM for Yum in Thailand. They have had Thai GMs, managing directors before, and both of them were male. So I'm the first female. And then another thing I'm quite proud of is I'm also the board of governors in American Chamber of Commerce. And that's, again, the place where it's very hard to find female as the board candidates. So each company has its own culture, whether by design or it just happened, right? GE is about performance, about competitiveness. Apple is creativity, I think. And then Home Depot is about customer. Ritz-Carlton is about service. And Yum, they say they have people-led culture. And then they also have in the mission statement that people come first. Because Yum owns food retail, so we offer our food through our people at the restaurant. So people come first. We trust in positive intentions and believe everyone has the potential to make a difference. And here, when I joined, I was like coached by my supervisors and encouraged to explain how to understand this. It's like we don't judge people by the behaviors because no one wakes up in the morning with intentionality to do lousy job. You behave in a certain way because in a situation you have a trigger and then you think of something, then it results in your behavior. So with the first principle of the culture, we always try to understand intentionality of the people and have the fundamental belief that people all want to do good things. Yeah. And then we actively seek diversity in others to expand thinking and make the best decisions. We coach and support every individual to grow in their full capability. So the last sentence, coach, a high expectation in Yum that as you grow up in your career, your role become more and more as coach. The one in the middle, we actively seek diversity in others. It's easy to read, but very hard to do in real life. Why? Because when I joined Yum, I came from FMCG, and I joined in marketing. When there's a replacement I have to make in my department, the first specification I give to HR would be, get me someone from FMCG. Right? And then another thing is, another point I learned is when I became GM, that the best way is to recruit people that are much better than you. And that's very scary, but when you have them, then you're on holiday all the time because they're so good. And then they're not the same, they're different from you. Diversity in KFC Thailand, at the office, we have 66% females at mid-level managers. So for some reason, I think we're retail, and retail is detail, and I think men cannot really stand so much detail. So for some reason, we attract a lot more females. But quite interestingly, when it comes to director level, that ratio dropped to 33%. And I have it in my challenge at the end. And at the restaurant, 69% is female. And again, it's a lot of detail at the restaurant and many roles. And what else? At the office, we now have 9 nationalities, which is good. I'm so proud. We also just started to support the U.S. Embassy. They do the event of LGBTI, so we support. We're the proud supporter of that event. Yeah. Okay. Now back to the thesis of this presentation is that culture drives diversity. Here is a little bit to show like how do you make culture comes alive. It's very easy to say we have culture in the company, and even with Yum and me, with this tool that you see in front of you, it's still hard to make culture come alive. Yeah. So we have many tools, but one of the example could be this one. Is the idea that first you see level 1, level 2, level 3. Second, you see list of behaviors for each culture. So with this tool, you know right away what is the expectation of the company for you as newcomer level 1. When you become coach manager, what is the expectation level 2? When you become someone like me, mastery, what is the expectation? And then with each expectation, what kind of behavior that you do will help promote what culture. So it makes it easy, and it helps us focus on our behavior. So we have to role model, we have to show, we have to behave. Talking about it will not make culture happen. For example, treat everyone with respect. So if that becomes your day-to-day behavior, it naturally nurtures diversity, something like that. And it goes all the way to level 3, we have recognition. We encourage people when they behave the way the company expects in terms of the culture, we recognize openly. And for the evaluation at the year end, the performance, evaluation of an employee is not only based on the results they deliver, but how they deliver the results. Long term that I've seen people change, and it helped them to grow to become better coach when they're older. Okay. So to summarize the benefit of diversity that I see, and I think you guys appreciate, it's like different perspectives, solutions, flexibility to handle market, because KFC, we're in QSR business. Thailand is so volatile, anything can happen. We were going to celebrate Mother's Day with the record sale of the day, and then bombs happen in the south. And there you go, right? So the idea of diversity helps us like to always be dynamic. You know, at any time someone would come with different points of view. And then, but the last 2 points is what I like the most, which is personal growth. Can you have a healthy debate with someone? Can you really accept opinions that are not the same as you? Can you be genuinely interested in the culture of different people in your group? Yeah. So I found that in terms of communication and relating to your team, small company have advantage. Yeah. And the more authentic the top leader is, the better it is. Yeah. And being authentic means being very vulnerable. Let them know, like, you're a human, you can make mistake, and you say sorry, blah, blah, all of that, yeah. And when you don't know, you can say, I really don't know this, can you help me solve the problems? And they love it more than you try to act like you know everything, or I know everything.